Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dota Yoshi, bringing you another Dota 2 presentation. Today, we'll be watching a Cybergamer ladder between Instinct and Yellow Solo Mig. Yellow Solo Mid, ranked 16th on the ladder, will be challenging Instinct for their 13th position. So far, on Instinct, we have Lifestealer pickup, Magnus banned out, with the Coddle also banned out, Yellow Solo Mid picking up that Bane and Darkseer, banning out the Nyx, and the Batrider. Instinct just picked up the Shadow Demon, be looking to pick up possibly the Lena or the Shrek. Following that pick, there we go, with the Lena. The usual Shadow Demon Lena combo. Down on Yellow Solo Mid, we have the offlaner in the Darkseer. Bane will be running the support, and we, depending on who they want to pick up next, will usually be their carry. There's a Phantom Lancer still in the pool, there's a Gyrocopter, Nature's Prophet. Still got a pretty hard, heavy hitting lineup, or heroes, still left to choose, left in the pool. We've still got a Rubik, where they might go for their final pickup of their final support. Not too sure where they're going to go, or how they're going to want to pick it up here. But this next hero should dictate the rest of their hero pick, and they pick up a Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight's got a very good stun. I think it's 3.5 seconds? No, 3.25 at max level. Usually you won't see that level straight up at the start, but that amount of stun later on in the game will become very handy, especially trying to pick off this Lifestealer. And they got the Fiend Script, which is usually one of the best counters to pick up the Lifestealer if the Batrider is banned out, as it does go through his rage and other BKBs. We see the Leshrac being banned by Instinct. They're picking off the push hero and a good stunner to combo well with that ban. With the Nightmare into the Shark, but we're not going to be seeing that in this game. We'll see the Lone Druid being picked off. Guess Instinct are kind of looking at trying to, Yellow Mid's thinking of Instinct, thinking about picking up that Lone Druid for their off lane, who's also a really good hero to play with in general. But Instinct still need to pick up their mid hero, so do Yellow Solo Mid. Quap is still left in the pool. There's still a Puck, so there's still some very good mid heroes left in the pool. Clockwork we might see being picked up by the Instinct, purely because see him running the offlane. He's a great initiation. Those cogs can harass anything, and you don't usually see him dying too often, if they're played well. But we'll look to see what will get picked up soon. We might see a Jakiro banned out. We might see Instinct trying to get out of Jakiro to set up with that ban. But then they're thinking they'll take out that Puck, so there's a fantastic mid hero dropped out of the line. There's still a Quap in the pool, a TA we can see run mid. There we go, Quap's now taken out of the pool. Who needs mid heroes? I mean, seriously. So we'll be looking at the next hero being picked up. We could see Instinct running the, I would like to see maybe a Storm Spirit with that Lifestealer. Always fun to watch him zoom across the map, infest, pop out, and then usually an insta kill onto whatever the unfortunate target is to receive. But we'll keep watching, waiting for this lineup to pick up. Neither team is going for a very global presence at the moment. If we see a Tinker or Nature's Prophet picked up, we'll start seeing a bit of a global push strategy trying to come into play. However, neither of the, such as the Nature's Prophet hasn't been taken out. We haven't. Phantom Lancer is still in the pool. We can still see a Phantom Lancer being picked up and running in the pool. A very unlikely hero would be an Alchemist. I can't see either side running the Alchemist here. Gyrocopter has just been burned out. Picking up, trying to get rid of that possible mid-ranged hero against Yellow Solo Mid. Yellow Solo Mid is trying to pick off their mid heroes and possible secondary carries. They've got their 4 and 5 positions in the Shadow Demon and Lena. They do need their 2 and 3 positions. We see Nature's Prophet banned out, making sure there is no global presence, even though there's still a Tinker. So we can still hope for a Tinker, I guess. But by the looks of the lineups on both sides, Tinker could easily be picked off by either side. So I don't think we're going to see a Tinker on either side being picked up. So yeah, now it's just in the waiting phase, trying to see what either side does want to go with on their lineups.
5 seconds remaining.
He's got a fair bit of time on their normal and their reserve time. But we should see a mid hero being picked up. There's not too many mid heroes left in the pool, unless they want to go with an unconventional mid hero lineup. But you don't usually see that too often. And we see the Storm Spirit come out. So they will go for the Storm Spirit Infest Bomb. And Yellow Solar Mid are going to have to try and decide how they're going to deal with the current lineup. Instinct's looking a very strong and potent lineup. They got the roaming support of the Shadow Demon Lena. When Storm Spirit starts getting into about the 13-14 minute mark and gets his Orchid, that's a fast Orchid, but if he does pick up that 13-14 minute Orchid, he'll be moving around the map, and no one will be safe except the Dragonite, because he's got that really superior armor and health regen. So that passive's fantastic on the Dragonite, so that's going to be good against going against that lifesteal as well. We can see Yellow Solid Mid trying to go against this lifesteal as much as possible with the armor and their carry. They've got a good wall for the counter initiation and the vacuum, and then the enfeeble to reduce lifesteal's damage down to pretty much nothing if he decides to level up early. And we see a Chen picked up. He's got great burst heals if he gets that mechanism up fast. Otherwise, that Hand of God is fantastic throughout the entire game. We have someone picking it on the map, being a complete nuisance. Anyway, we'll be seeing Instinct looking at picking up their third hero, their offlane. What will they want to pick up here? We could see a Clockwork being thrown out here. We got a Windrunner still left in the pool. Still a few heroes everywhere. Maybe a Bounty Hunter if they want to pick up another good roaming and potential semi carry. So I couldn't see. Thinking about yellow mid. They do need to. What do they have? They got their offlaner. They got a support, two supports, the carry. They're still looking at either a mid hero unless they want to put the Bane mid, which you haven't seen for quite a few months now. Bane's potentially just used to run in the tri lane. I'm not too sure if I have seen a Bane run competitively in a mid lane. People love to use him in pubs just because if he gets farmed up he will just destroy anyone. However, in competitive he's always run as a tri lane. So Yellow Solo Mid will be looking to pick up their mid hero. And Instinct do pick up that Clockwork for their offlane. As I said earlier, he's a fantastic hero. That Cogs, you're not going to be able to gank him. Not with this lineup. I mean, you can put him Nightmare if you don't get hit back by the Cogs. And the Nightmare is pretty short range on that Bane. If he does end up getting him, the stun will come out by Dragonite. Cogs will still probably be up, knowing those pain in the rear Cogs. And Yellow Solo Mid, though, will be looking to pick up their middle hero, seeing what they will be wanting to run mid. They don't have too much of an option left, as quite a lot of the potent mid heroes such as Batrider, Queen of Pain, Puck, Gyrocopter, Magnus, a lot of the very strong running mid heroes have been taken out. They still can possibly pick up that TA, as they are looking for their 2 position. They've got their number 1 position in most potent carry in the Dragonite. They'll be looking to pick up their 2 spot position, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw even an Invoker. Actually, Invoker could be run not too bad against this lineup, but with the Mana Burn, be very strong against the Storm Spirit, even Clock. But we'll just wait to see what eventually does get picked up by Yellow Solo Mid. Oh, there's even a Night Stalker now that I think about it. It could be a very good potential Roman hero. The silence out of the Storm Spirit could come really strong and in handy later on. Might see a Tinker if they want to go for this push style. They picked up the Chen, and they go a Luna. Her aura will help. Is her aura for ranged or everyone? Nearby allies, it's everyone. Okay, so her aura will come in handy later on in the game, especially helping that Dragonite's boost his damage up. And now we see the selection of the heroes, and now we're into game. So once again, this is a match on the Cybergamer Ladder. We'll be Yellow Solo Mid going for that 13th position of Instinct. Now, introducing the players, we have the captain of Yellow Solo Mid sitting on that Bane, Roidsy, who will be playing that Bane, walking down into the tri lane bottom. We got Chen being played by Puddinghead. We got Darkseid running the offlane by NEV. Bear Grylls playing on Luna. And finally, on that Dragon Knight, who will be going mid, surprisingly, will be playing by Knucklehead. Had or head? Please be had. Head. No, that's Knucklehead. Damn it. Anyway, we got the captain for Instinct playing this lifesteal, walking in the jungle. He might find out that Chen or the Bane here, the Daylight Vision did see each other. He might get out his open wounds on the Chen. Chen's in trouble. Bane's going to throw out that Nightmare. Just leveled up the Nightmare. Chen's still in quite a lot of trouble, especially if the cogs can get up to him. He's got 40 extra movement speed, and Lena's going to push him back. Continue on the hero picks. We have Crimson playing that Storm Spirit. Most likely see him mid. But Shadow Demon being played by Xemi. Rotator on that Luna. And finally, there should be one more hero. I think just four, didn't I? Oh yeah, the Clockwork will be played by Afterlife. He'll be run in the offlane. We'll see the tri-lane of Shadow Demon, Lena, and the Nyx. Nags, I meant to say, the Lifestealer. And finally, we'll see Storm Spirit in mid lane. We have the aggressive tri-lane coming out by a yellow solo mid going top lane. Chen picked up the invisibility rune up top. He'll be looking to rotate into the jungle, I'm guessing. Just watching where the lifesteals rotate into, just trying to find out where their lanes will be going. We got Clockwork doing a good old cogs trick onto the creeps to pull him back to the tower. He did let one through, so after this, the creep wave will pull back to around here after this creep wave's dead. So it's a good move by the Clockwork to try and get him some XP, but he's going to be fine now. It's only going to be him against Darkseid, so he's going to be able to get some farm up on that lane. Down top lane, we do have the tri-lanes against each other, the defensive tri-lane by Instinct against the aggressive by Yellow Solo mid. We do have the supports seeing each other in the jungle. Lena's doing a bit of damage to the Chen, but Chen's got a very, very big creep chasing that Lena away, and Lena's not too pleasantly surprised. Not too happy about that. Shadow Demon wants to rotate in and give some help out onto the Chen, and we see her first kill in mid already. Whoa, I wonder what happened there. So Chen, Storm Spirit apparently caught out the Chen. Not Chen, the Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knight shouldn't have died that easy. And we've got a rotation from the Storm Spirit into mid, and Chen's going to be caught out. He's possibly going to die. He will see a rotation from the Lena go upwards. Chen's going to try and juke back around. He's not going to get the courier. He's going to get hit by that Vortex, and then finished off by the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's going to be sitting on 2 for 0 in 1.5 minutes in. His net worth's already up to 1500. He's going to be happy. If he wants, he's got his bottle up, doesn't have boots coming to him. They did up the courier. He'll be bottle crewing that up. He'll be fine in mid lane for a while. The Dragon Knight's not going to be having a pleasant time coming out from the harassment and spam from the Storm Spirit. They are both level 3, however, Storm Spirit is half a level ahead. Chen decided to go back to East Jungle. Unfortunately, 1 ward, 2 ward. He's not going to be able to grab any strong creeps from either camp, so he's not going to be too effective, nor will his jungle. He wants to go back into the enemy jungle, but he's not going to be able to do anything in there. So he's going back to mid. He might try and sneak a level or 2 off this Dragon Knight, because he does want that level. We see a Bane coming out with the Nightmare. Storm Spirit might be in trouble here. We don't have a stun up by the Dragon Knight. This is not a good play. They might still get him. Will they still get him? No. He's been... Dragon Knight's blocking Bane. Bottle up by the Storm Spirit, and Bane will fall. Storm Spirit will pick up that kill. 1 more hit, finish off the Storm Spirit. He's going to bottle back up, and he's going to get away. Dragon Knight needed that stun. Because he did not have that stun, they dived too far. TP did get cancelled, but Storm Spirit was able to go 1v3, because there was not an extra stun, and Chen couldn't find any creeps. So that was a bit of a misplay by Yellow Solo mid and the Dragon Knight there. So they're going to give away another kill to the Storm Spirit, who's going to be happy to take it. He's got boots. He's got his bottle trap back there for the courier to pick it up. Does he have anything on courier? No, he doesn't have anything on courier. Back at top lane, we look at... How did I accidentally sort the graph? There we go. Look at top lane. Oh my god. There we go. Sorted back to normal. Okay. So we have, in this tri-lane, we have Lifestealer just winning in the attacks. Open Wounds comes out. Disruption. Light Strike away. Lena's gone. Shadow Demon does get that last hit. Would have been better on that Lifestealer, but he can buy some more wards. Maybe even pick up his boots. Chen did finally counter ward down here, so he will get his creeps back in 10 seconds. Wherever Chen decided to disappear to. There he is. So just working on whatever creep camp he can get. His ogre will die pretty shortly. We see a counter ward come out, or just dissipate. Not too sure. But counter ward did go down. Storm's just going to bottle up that regen up top lane. No, they're not going to. They're thinking about going. No, they're not. They're just pinging. There's great double stacking and pull by the supports of Instinct up at top lane here, trying to deny as many creeps as possible to the Selena. Luna. Well, if anyone knows my casting, I've always been terrible with names, especially if there's a Shadow Demon and Shadow Shaman. I'll always eventually get their names mixed up. And we have a disruption coming out. Soul Catcher gone. There's no Light Strike away to follow. Luna's going to try and run away here. One more attack or two more. Not going to be able to get it. Soul Catcher does. The Shadow Poison does hit, but it's only level 1, so it's not going to be doing too much damage. Lena is going to be double stacking this camp back up again. So, good work by the supports and Lena of Instinct. Bottom lane, Chen's walking around. He's got a Satire picked up. It's probably just throwing out a bit of harassment to the Storm Spirit, trying to help out the Dragonite. Storm Spirit just pushing him back a bit extra. Down in bottom lane here, the two offlaners, we have Darkseer, got their 23 kills up. We got Clockwork going top. They're possibly looking at Roman and getting a kill here. We got the hook shot got by the Clockwork. Clockwork comes in, but he does hit Shadow Demon, so he's not going to be able to jump in there. Bane is going to be getting out of here alive unless they're going to go in the tower against. They're not going to go in the tower. They're going to turn around on the Luna. Luna, it just gets hit. Luna's going to fall. Not much Bane could do there. They moved out of position. Clockwork did come in, not too effective, but he did eventually help out in the end. His hookshot did hit onto his teammate Shadow Demon, so he could have been in there. If that hookshot came through, Bane and the Luna would have fallen down to the Dire team. So see Clockwork rotate using that Martyr Potion Clarity. It's going to find the double damage rune for the Storm Spirit, who's now going in the mid onto the Dragonite. Not going to be able to finish him off. In mid lane we do have, in the jungle, not mid lane. We have the Chen farming up with that troll. Might see him rotate mid with that troll and the net. Be able to hold that Storm Spirit in place for about a minute and 5 seconds. Then we do finally have a stun up on this Dragonite, which will come in handy if anyone does want to try and help him back out again. Clockwork rotating down bottom. He's picked up his boots. Looking at net worth though, we have the two carriers of Instinct sitting on the top, 3,000k net worth. 3,000 net worth for the Storm Spirit with 2.2k on the lifestealer. And their Dragonite and Luna not faring too well, 1.5 and 1k respectively. They're struggling. I'd like to see possibly a rotation from... Oh, they've already done the rotation on me. So it's good trying to get this Luna out into this free farm, get him by himself, get him to pick up some XP and some gold. So it's good rotation by Yellowstone in mid. Bring the Darkseer up top. You might see Bane rotate down bottom to help protect the Luna. We've got a good stack coming, and Darkseer's going to try and take it all. Vacuums in. He's got to be careful because if the Light Strike away comes out, lands, he's gone. He's got a Surge. He's going to be disrupted. Unfortunately, the Infest won't miss, but there's no more Surge left on the Darkseer, so he will fall. Bane Nightmares up on the lifestealer. But he should just get out of there. They've got no mana to do anything to him. They're all out of mana. Lena will go back to base and possibly heal up, or she'll stay in lane and continue double stacking for their tri lane. Look back at the last hits. Lena's sitting on 18 against their lifestealer, who is on 34. He's having a great farm. He's going to be working straight towards the armlet. He's not going to go for the Midas build because he didn't pick up the gloves of attack, or gloves of haste, whatever they want to be called these days. We got an Invis rune picked up in the Storm Spirit. He's going to be bottled up. He might find this Chen. Not going to be able to see the Chen in that night vision range, so Chen's going to survive this one. They're going to be looking at going on this Luna. Luna doesn't have Eclipse yet. She's going to be caught in the cogs. She's going to throw out the Luna beam. She can't get the Luna beam off, so she will fall to the battery assault of the Clockwork. Chen's coming in. He doesn't have level 6 either. He's got his headdress, but he can't give off that Hand of God. So I'm sure it wants to try and kill off some of these creeps. He got picked up 10 gold, and now the Centaur's turning around and just bin the heck out of him. So we've got some more stacking, pulling going on by the Selena. The supports of Instinct are able to pick up pick up those extra levels from being able to greet the creep pools. Bane, unfortunately, he's been sitting in the lane, trying to do as much as he can. He might pick up the work on the clockwork with the Chen support. Those creeps, too strong for the clockwork to get away. He didn't try to hookshot away, but then again, the creeps were way too far down the lane to try and hookshot. So, great pick off by the supports of Yellow Solo mid, rotating in, trying to get the clockwork, free up the lane for their Luna. They might even look to push this tower now, as they do have Chen creeps here. And we might see this tower fall. It's on 448 HP, so this tower will be going down. So it's a 10-minute tower for Yellow Solo mid. It should help them slowly catch back up, since they are sitting 6 kills behind. So we'll see the gold start rotating back in favour of Yellow Solo mid, or back to even. The XP still 2.5k in favour of Instinct. And we do have Darkseer sitting down here, hiding. He'll be picking up his Arcane Boots. So his farm's not too bad. Sitting on 2.5k.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We got a TP from the Bane to base, okay. Not going anywhere important. We're going to chase on the rune. Stormsword will just zip in, pick up the regen rune, and then take you off again. Dragonite's going to be denied a rune. Stormspirit's going to be quite happy. Might see him zip in. We do see him zip in. He's not going to go for the kill though. He's just using his mana effectively while he still has it all. Up at top lane here, hookshot come to the creep. Darkseer doing great hiding behind that creep, so he's going to be able to get out of there. Top tower's going to be looking to fall though. Bane and the Darkseer won't be able to hold it off. Darkseer did pick up the early wall of Replica, but it's not going to help him too much in this situation. I would have liked to have seen a second point in Surge or a second point in Vacuum, just in case if any dives do come onto you. And that extra 1.5 seconds of Surge helps against the Lifestealer's open wounds. Where are we? There you are, Lifestealer. He's working towards that armlet. He's about 500 gold off his armlet, so see a pretty reasonably timed armlet up on him. Down in bottom lane though, Luna's starting to pick up her farm a bit. She's picked up about 15 creep kills in the last 2 minutes, so it's not substantial, but it is helping her out. She'll be looking to pick up her boot soon. She is pretty far behind, sitting on 2.2k, whereas the Storm Spirit in mid here, who's going on the Dragonite, she's got support by the Clockwork, who doesn't have hookshot up yet, so Dragonite will get out of here. The Storm Spirit does have 5k net worth, sitting on 2k, possibly looking at him go for an early Orchid. We'll see what he goes for in a second. He'll be looking to buy up. We can already see him browsing the shop right now. And we have a 3-man group up in mid. Darkseer, Bane. Bane doesn't have the Fiend script yet, so Stormseer should be relatively fine against this combination. The stun of Dragonite, only 2.75 seconds. Bottom lane, we have 2 TPs coming bottom for some reason. Do either of them have smoke? Yep, Lena's got the smoke, so we might be looking to see a smoke up rotating into the jungle to find out this Chen, who's now rotating mid lane against the Storm Spirit, who's now invisible. We do see good ward coverage coming out by YSM. They can see everything that's going on. They possibly just saw the Shadow Demon ward, and now he's going to counter ward this. So we'll likely see a counter ward come out soon. While he's counter warding, they're going to push this tower down. Got a rotation and a TP coming in from the Clockwork and Lena. See a hookshot coming out. Hookshot will come in. Not going to hit on anyone. Stormspirit comes flying in. Got a Vortex. Could put that Remnant down. Lifesteal's also in here. Hand of God comes flying out. No one's dead yet. Chen will fall. Dragonite will fall as well. Bane's going to run away. He's got a disruption, but he did get sent back to Chen. So Chen does save the Bane. What we need to see now is Darkseer trying to push out this tower. All the TPs did come mid, so Chen's creeps might try and pull this creep wave off the tower. No, they're just going to back. He doesn't want to lose his creeps. So we'd like to see Darkseer. You see all 5 mid. You push your lane. So hopefully we see this tower go down. No one's got TP's left on him, or the mana users. Okay, Lena now has the mana, but he should try and push this land as much as possible as he can, as he knows that they're mid. They've got to back, or as they're doing now, rotate down bottom. Nice aggressive ward coming out by the Shadow Demon. So they have map control of the Radiance jungle at the moment, teaching them what's what. Luna, sorry, already knows something's up. She's gonna be sitting playing defensively. All heroes are off the map, so you may as well just hide behind your tower, wait for someone to poke their head out, and then find out what's going to happen from there. We see a ward come out from Bane. Clockwork pinged it, so they know it's here. They should have seen their wards get counter-warded before. So it's a bit strange that they're just going to throw out their own ward when they know there's a counter-ward around here. So, anyway, go back down to the bottom lane. The bottom lane tower will fall for yellow solo mid. They're grouping up, but they're gonna do a counter attack, get rid of this mid here tower. So it is worth it giving up that bottom tower. If you get rid of this mid tower, especially for the Dire, it removes a lot of this Roshan protection and a lot of TP when they're being aggressive, especially because the tower feels a lot closer to the river, and it's definitely a lot closer to Roshan. So it's a better trade by yellow solo mid to get this middle tower, and they go in middle. They're putting a lot of pressure on it. They're going to take it down to half HP. We've got TPs coming in from everywhere. Look to see an infest lifestealer. Nope. We're going to get a TP out. We're going to see a Stormshot come flying in. He's going to get that vortex off of Chen. Chen's fallen. He can't get out of here. Open Wounds comes out. We'll fall to that Shadow Demon. It's now sitting on for 4 for 0. Not where you want to see your kills, but at least you're getting the kills. We got Dragonite. Look at the net worth. Dragonite and the Luna aren't sitting too pretty. They're half of the Storm Spirit, close to half of the Lifestealer. Lifestealer's got the armlet, picking up the Bracer. He's got his robes, so he'll be looking to pick up his drums very shortly. In about a minute he should have his drums. Got 5 assists, 71 creep kills. With the SS sitting on 71 as well. Having a great time. Unfortunately for YSM, they are quite substantially behind. They got 4k gold behind, 3.5 XP, so it's not extremely bad for being 1 to 10, but it's 15 minutes in. It's not somewhere you want to sit. I'd like to see possibly a smoke up by Chen and a few heroes to try and rotate and maybe pick off a hero. But the way things are going, Instinct have counters. Well, they've smoked up themselves. They're going to find this Dragonite. Dragonite's going to get disrupted. We'll see both of looks. I forgot the name. Light Strike Array, that's the name. Light Strike Array get pulled out and just be burst down by the rest of them. That Clockwork's going to find out this Chen. We might see a hookshot. Hookshot's going to come in. Cogs pushes him back. Chen's gone. He can't get through these trees. Laguna Blade comes flying out, and Clockwork will finish him off with their final auto attack. And up at top lane, we got the Storm Spirit chasing down this Darkseer. Infest comes out, not going to be able to do any damage. The wall's going to come out, but they're going to walk through it. Or they're just going to walk through it for the fun. Wall, level 1, is not too strong. It only does 30%? No. 70% outgoing damage. Which isn't not too much. Especially when these heroes haven't got their attack items up. If Vacuum or even the second point in Surge would have helped him there. He does have that second point. What am I talking about? However, unfortunately there's nothing he could do. He did get caught out. Caught alone. The yellow solid mid are lacking on the vision of this top lane, as they haven't been able to be safe enough to be able to get out of this lane. As my voice goes all high pitched on me, but he hasn't been able to get out of this top lane. Counter ward coming down, so they're going to get rid of this ward. So that will free up a bit of map vision, and he's going to go down, rotate, put a ward up on one of these two cliffs. We'll put it up here. Good spot, because if Instinct would ever think there's a ward here, so they'll try and counter ward it there, they'll go up here. Not too many times you see a ward up here, but it's going to work out in this case. And a ping comes down onto Chen. Still got a great aggressive ward up placed by the Shadow Demon earlier. Going to be able to see this rotation. Might see Clockwork's going to try and come in and pick him off himself. They do see a double damage here. Both sides see the double damage. We'll see what's going to happen here very shortly. Let's have a look. Where are our hero levels? Oh, we still got a rotation coming mid. Clockwork's wanting to pick out someone. Chen's running as fast as possible. He's going to get out in that time. Clockwork's not going to be able to find anyone. He's going to just turn to these mud golems. Take his frustration out on these ugly, ugly golems. I see a counter ward coming up by the Shadow Demon. They don't have vision up on this hill. It might be in range. Yeah, it's in range. I'm kind of curious to how big that radius of the sentry ward is. That looks about right. So it's just in range. Good ward spot. Chen, not too happy about that. He does have his mechanism helped, so there's going to be a nice solid burst heals coming out in the next team fight when they're grouped together. But YSM, they're stuck behind their towers. They can't really push out. Even Luna pushing up this far, she's thinking it's not safe, and it probably isn't. They don't have vision of their jungle. They don't have vision of the river, as it did just get counter-warded. Shadow Demon did try and put the counter-ward there, but good placement by the Bane is going to still keep them that vision. They're not going to be able to see the rotation of the Shadow Demon and the Luna through the secret shop path. Chen's in on that tower, and we got some drawing come out by the Chen, thinking that Instinct is hiding into that jungle somewhere. However, they've all started to group up top. They've shown 3 of them, so they're going to presume a 4th one with the Shadow Demon, as he's never going to leave the side of any of his allies. And he does show himself now. We'll see the 2nd tier tower for top lane for Yellow Solo mid will fall, as we see Darkseid TPing in. He's got to be very careful. Hookshot comes flying in. Great hookshot. We're going to see a Stormshot come flying into the backlines with the Infest, bringing him into the action. Chen's going to fall, gets the heal off, gets off the mech off, he's going to survive. Darkseid does fall, the Fin Script comes out onto the Lifesteal, not doing too much damage. Bane's going to fall to the Light Strike away, and the final auto attack by the Storm Spirit. Cogs will come out, but there's not too much already left in the battle. We've got a Eclipse coming out, hitting the creeps. The Greater Blade comes out and just tells him to back off. To bugger off. I said bug off, if anyone's thinking. The GG's come called out by the Bane. The captain of Yellow Solo mid, and the disconnect will follow. It was well played by Instinct, the great roaming from the Shadow Demon and Lina being able to pick up those heroes. Dragonite, unfortunately, because he didn't have that stun at the start of the game, they did not get the kill on the Storm Spirit, and Storm Spirit picked up another kill. I think maybe a 2nd kill off the failed gank in mid lane. So it started to go downhill from there. And then they did try to rotate the Luna out, try and get her some farm on bottom, but unfortunately it was too little too late. It was about 12-13 minutes in the game before they decided to rotate that Luna, and she'd already lost out on a lot of farm up the top lane, being about 30 kills behind that lifestealer. So we'll see the game go to Instinct. Instinct will defend their 13th position on the Cybergamer Ladder. They're going to be quite happy with their performance. Great picks by the Luna and the Shadow Demon. And I would like to thank you all for watching another Dota Yoshi presentation, and have a good